going to stream, and then I realized all my audio is not set up on this computer. This is my potato, and I don't use it to stream anymore. I use my laptop because I was just going to jump on and do a little streaming. So instead, we're going to make this video that I keep putting off because of issues. Yes, and forgive my speech, I still have this thing on my tongue, so my words are a little goofy. But this is a if I can do it, you can do it kind of thing, and stuff that I've learned a little bit more about cleaning up my audio. So, as I walk through this, you should notice quite a bit of difference. Um, so, yeah. And there's going to be some streamception going on, which, depending on how lazy I am, I may or may not go through and actually edit this VOD, so that it's not as bad. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Anyways, let's jump to this. Let's just dive right in and do all the shit that I've more or less kind of learned. What I've been doing wrong, what a lot of people have been doing wrong, and let's make a crappy mark sound so much better. And probably right now you're hearing a bunch of background noise and stuff. And yeah, so we're going to jump over here and we're gonna see a bunch of, yeah. So. So here we are over here, and let's go ahead and hit this button so that way there's for that. Now, ta-da! As you see, this is jumping around a lot because I have a fan on, I'm doing dishes, there's just all kinds of background noises going on. It will also, we're gonna, I can't do that because then you can't, yeah. No, because then you can't see it. Shit. I was gonna say, if I go back over to my starting screen with the music, you'll hear all that going on. So, anyways. But yeah, so I mean, you can see it's jumping around a lot. We don't want it to do that. We want it to only pick up my voice. And my voice only. And right now, you'll notice I'm going into the yellow a little bit. That's fine. That's totally, we're good. We're good. So, now, first thing we're gonna do, and don't ask me why, because I don't know, but this is what they suggest. We are going to, well, first we're going to go over here so that I don't lose you guys when I do this. So for me, my OCD and all that, I have all my scenes set up here. There's my starting soon, my be right back, my chatting, my in-game, my screen capture, words on stream, my ending screen, my main scene, which has a bunch of shit for here. You know what? Hold on. So this is my main scene. It just has all of, pretty much what's on every scene. Has my socials, my schedule, my dumpster fire, and the background. This is on, my starting screen, my burp screen, my ending screen. My chat screen's a little different. So, which we will go down here. All scenes is another one you see pop up. Which, there again, all scenes. This is in every single scene. It says my followers, my subs, cheered, all this stuff. So, this contains all of my browser resources, which you can't see because I don't have, but whatever, you'll just have to trust me. I use that scene to put all my browser resources in. Then we have the background, we have chatting stuff, which is my animated socials going on up there, my React, my Twitch guests, things that would only be on my chatting screen. But then at the bottom of my list here, I have my sounds. And for this, I will have to add a. Alright, where did it go? Not a window, display. Add existing, sure. Display. Okay, so now, see down here is my sounds. Here's all the other stuff I was talking about because my OCD, and it just makes more sense to me as someone who's been doing website designs and, well, whatever, HTML and all that for many, many, many years. This to me makes more sense setting it up this way. I have my header, I have my main, I have my footer, I have my PHP includes. this makes more sense to my brain for me. But you do what you want to do. But anyway, so down here we have sounds, which is the sounds. So, as you see, I have Chrome and Discord. We are going to add, and right now a display capture. Let's move that to the bottom. We're going to add our microphone. Add audio input capture. And name it whatever you want. I'm going to use my existing mic. Why do I already have one? I don't know. Did I have that somewhere? I didn't think I did. Apparently I did. Has it got the... No, okay. So now here is... We're adding our microphone here. And then you're gonna go in... Alright, well... I double clicked it, but you go here, you go to properties, you select your microphone. And okay. Name it, like I said, name it whatever. Mine's just Mike. I don't know why it says aux, but now we're gonna go up here to settings. We're gonna go down to audio. And we're going to disable every audio device on here. Disable. Just disable them all. And hit apply. And okay. And you'll notice you still hear me because we added our microphone via here. Again, I don't know why this is recommended, but this is what they've recommended. I've watched God knows how many different freaking videos about the microphone settings. So anyways. Now that we've done that, we are going to start fixing shit. So, we want to add, and it has to be added in a specific order. Again, don't ask why. It's just the way it is, and I gotta move my. Oh, you can see that. That's funny. I forgot I'm on display, so yeah, it's gonna show everything I'm doing. So here is my cheat sheet. I took pictures of how I set it up earlier, so I can barely read that. I need to open that up. So if you wanna, there it is. That's what we're doing. So we're going to be adding all these filters. And for me, this worked out better. So we're going to go here. We're going to click on filter. We're going to go here and click on add. And we're going to go, fuck, what was it? Noise suppression. A squirrel! Noise suppression. You can change the name, but I don't see the reason why. Right now, we can leave that alone. Now we're going to go and add a gain. Again, we can just leave that alone. Let's just set up our bare bones here. Then we're going to add the noise gate. Add noise gate. Compressor. There we go. Now, yes, and it don't do it. Never gonna. Alright, so again, this has to be set up. In a second. Now I can talk. Growth on my getting on my listener. As I said, it has to be added or otherwise it's up, and I don't know already. Someone that there's no background. So now we fix shit. Impression. We can just leave that as is. The gain up this game to 20. I said 20. And you're gonna start noticing I'm getting loud. Like really fucking loud. Oh, I peaked. Oh no. Now we're gonna come over here to the noise gate. And what did I say 25. Why aren't you working? Alright, so 25, 20. Attack is going to be 1. And then 60. And again, you're going to notice now we've gone down a little bit. Not, I'm still peaking. I'm sure you're hearing my voice is a lot louder, and I lowered my voice so I'm not as loud talking. Now we're going to go into the compressor. I'm going to change this to a 2-in-1 ratio. Threshold for me is going to be -5. Attack is 1. Everything else can stay the same. Limiter. -5. Alright, and we can close out of that. And this should be. Why is that? Should be at 0. Why that was up at 8. Filters. There's that. That. There's that. That. And there's that. Okay. There we go. And alright, now you should notice a lot of shit just happened while I was doing all that. Now, to explain a little bit, you should have noticed a big difference in my voice, and if you notice, we are peaking up in the red. That's fine. You want your voice to be. See, this is where I learned a lot. I mean, I learned a lot. And actually, I had my mic up higher at one point, but that made other things a little more difficult to play with. So, like I said, you'll notice now, one, it's only picking up my voice. The background noise should all be gone. And it's no longer bouncing around. And also, my voice should be a lot louder. And regardless of how quiet I talk, which right now I'm talking, actually, I'm almost whispering right now. But you should be still hearing me at the same level. And if I get even louder and I'm almost yelling at you right now, you should not notice that much. So, the way this is set up is regardless of how quiet I talk, which I do talk quietly, and my mic usually won't pick that up. So I had to play around and tweak with the settings, which you will too, to where it's where you want it. But also, no matter how loud I get, and I am yelling right now, I am using my boy, if you don't stop, I'm gonna smack you into next Tuesday voice. But I'm not peaking way over, and I'm in the red, but I'm not peaking. So yeah. As I said, I learned quite a bit playing with all this stuff. And there's some other stuff I can do too. Sorry. Yelling. But there's a few other settings that even if I am actually whispering, there are settings that I can make it to where my mic volume doesn't actually change. Like right now, oh shit. I think you will notice if I talk quieter, it does get quieter. Whereas if I talk louder, yeah, see, it does get a little louder. But still, it's not. I'm not going to blow your eardrums out. But I was playing with a setting before that, or even if like I whisper, you guys would never know because my microphone volume would not change. But yeah, I don't think I played with that. So okay, we're gonna go over here, and I am going off of memory here, so please excuse me. Move this so you guys can see what's going on. So the noise suppressant is just that. It's a noise suppressant. It helps filter out a lot of the background noise. The gain control is, yeah, your volume, your mic volume. You know, so you want your mic to be set at 0. Everything is going to be your standard 0 across the board. And then you can come in here and turn it up with the gain. Because there again, I talk very quietly. My voice does carry. It carries across the whole goddamn apartment, out the hallway, down the door, outside. Even though I talk quietly, my voice will carry, but still, the microphone doesn't usually pick me up. So I had to up my gain to 20 because I do tend to speak softly. Because I was told I was younger that my voice carries, and I need to speak quieter. Also, I come from the era, and we all know, anyways, be seen and not heard. And for me, my family didn't even want to hear me unless directly spoken to, and even then, I wasn't really. But yeah, so I don't tend to speak loudly. I don't tend to raise my voice. Um, and so my microphone doesn't usually pick up when I'm speaking. So I had to up this all the way to 20. For you, your numbers will be probably different. Play around with this until you find a good, happy medium, but you still want to be loud. I mean, here's the thing. Okay, think about it like this, because this is where a lot of people, and even myself, we have all been there. We have all done that. We heard, you don't want it going into the yellow and into the red. You want it to stay in the green. Why? I want to be motherfucking heard. I want to be loud as shit. I want you to hear me over everything else. Think about when you're watching TV and the show is so fucking quiet. And you gotta raise the volume up to hear it, and a commercial comes on and boom, there goes your eardrums. Yeah, I don't want that. I want to be just as loud as the commercials. I want you to not have to turn up your volume to hear me. So yeah, you want to be like right at the red. You want to be up there in the red so that people hear you. What you don't want is to be peaking. And that's where your other filters come in that we will get into here in a minute. But you want to be heard without having to raise your voice. So go ahead, up that goddamn gain. Get it up into where you're into the red. Don't worry about it. You're fine. I promise. Yeah, so yeah, you want to be heard, you want to be loud. Don't worry if it's in the red. It's a noise gate. Um Shit. This one I kind of forget what the fuck this is. This one is there again, you're gonna have to play with it. So if you look here, my gain is at 20. So and this took a long time for me to get to where I needed to be. But basically, the open threshold is the where you want for your game. So for me, my game's at 20. My open threshold is going to be at 20. This is where the microphone turns on. Okay? The closed threshold is where the microphone turns off. So negative 25 is roughly where I aimed it at. This way, it's not picking up anything else. I could have my game playing. This, I've told you guys before that I don't want to wear my headphones. I hate wearing headphones. I no longer wear headphones when I'm streaming. And this is why. So you want to play with these numbers. So for me, the 5 decibels is a good point. This way, my microphone is only picking up my voice. It's not picking up if I have any music going on. It's not picking up my fan, which the noise suppressant already pretty much killed that out. But if I have my game running, if I've got music running, if I've got whatever else going on, my microphone's not going to pick that up. Hopefully. You get the, I mean, it still will. The only issue I've been having is Discord, because it does pick up other people's voices. I've been able to filter out pretty much everything else other than Discord. So my microphone still picks up Discord voices and doubles it. I'm still working on that. But anyways, I'm getting ahead of myself. The attack time, you can play with this. That's like how quickly it will turn the microphone on, turn the microphone off. I put it at 1 second. Why? Because that's what a couple other people said to do. There were others who said to put it longer. I don't see why. I want that microphone to kick on the moment I inhale to talk. I don't want ASMR going on here, but I want the microphone to pick up when I start speaking so that it sounds more natural. And then I want it to turn off just as quickly so that it's not trying to pick up some other noise that's going on. Hold time, I don't know what that is. Release time again, 60 seconds. Yeah. So this is where you want this kind of to be. There again, play with these settings. Your open threshold for me, I've noticed putting out at whatever I have my game at works good. Close threshold, play around with that, and just kind of look at where this number bounces around at, and you can just keep playing with it until you get to where you want it to be so that it's not picking up other shit. What I did to set this up originally was I had some music playing and I turned I just kept playing with this until it didn't pick up the music anymore. Like I said, that little 5 decimal points was good enough for me. Compressor. This is where I don't fucking know. The fuck if I remember what this shit was. But it's important. I don't know. I really don't remember. I just remember that you want this at a 2-to-1 ratio. The threshold is the important part here. You see that -5. You see over here. That's as far as I am going. This is so that I am not peeking out the wazoo. If I yell, you're not going to hear it. If something falls, I mean, you're going to hear me yell, but I'm not going to blow out your eardrums. We are not going to peak all into the red like I was doing at the beginning of this video, setting everything up. Again, the tack speed 1 millisecond, release 60. Leave that, leave that. I don't really remember what all the compressor does. If you want to look it up, look it up. But I'm telling you right now, boom. For me, the threshold, and somebody else had theirs set to like, I think, 3, -3. I left it at -5. That's a good threshold for me. That gives me enough headway that I'm not gonna peak and blow your eardrums completely out. We are still up in the red, but we're not maxing out. Limiter, there again, threshold, release 60 seconds. Threshold is gonna be that -5 for me. Now you can lower that if you want to, if you don't want to be all that loud when you're talking, but that's what that is. The compressor and the limiter basically are doing the same shit, but different. And this will, again, make sure that you are not going to blow people's eardrums out. If you yell, if you scream, if you what the fuck ever, it doesn't matter. It will never go higher than that threshold. That -5, it's my cap. That's it. That's where my microphone says, okay, we don't go any higher than that. We're good. So, yeah, there is for your microphone settings. So have at it, have fun, play around. I have a feeling for the most part, this is all going to be the same for everybody. This is where it's going to get fun in the game, like I said. Make sure that your mic is set to 0. And then you come in here and you can raise or lower your volume however you need it to be. I mean, in a pinch, you can this down, but for the most part, you want to use your gain. You don't want to use this control. You want to use this one. And like I said, play around with it, see where you feel more comfortable. For me, 20 was pretty good. That's about where my voice keeps bouncing around at. And then with the noise gate, oh, excuse me. Again, my open is where I have my gain. My close is 5. Five to me seemed reasonable. And plus, there again, like I said, play whatever, like, play one of your games that you normally would be playing. And then mess around with this so that until it doesn't register here. You don't get the bouncing around, your mic's not picking it up. So, yeah, there we go. Now, now that we've done that, oh, Discord. So, if you want to have people on call with you or on mic with you when you're uh uh-huh on stream. Right, first off, let's go ahead and undo that. Put that back up to 0. Everything should be at 0. I did not look at that, but all right, everything should be put to 0 here. There's no reason. Like I said, we're gonna be playing with the gain. not that. So we're going to go back into filter. And for the Discord, where did I put that at? Discord filters. There we go. So here's what I did for my Discord, because the way I have mine set up, so we're going to add the gain, the compressor, and the limiter. To add the gain, the compressor, and the limiter. This way, again, when you have somebody in your Discord and they're not going to blow out people's eardrums. You're not going to have them peeking into the red. The gain I left at 0 because I can up that, lower that, however I need it to be for when we're talking. Now for the compressor and the limiter, again, we're going to do that -5. That's going to be our limit so that they are not killing people's eardrums. So the ratio again is 2-1. The threshold is going to be 5. -5, whatever. The attack is going to be 1. And the rest all stays the same. Yeah. And then the limiter there again. For me, I use the -5 because that seems like a good. And the release is 60. Yeah. Release 60. So our gain, if we need to, if people say that they can't hear the other people on Discord, we can just turn that gain volume up so that they can hear them. Say they're too loud, we can turn that back down so that, it's not too loud. The compressor there again is in place so that if you got somebody who's yelling on Discord, you got somebody who's just making a lot of noise, yeah, it's going to kill your ears, but your stream, it's not going to kill their ears. That's never going to go over that -5 mark. So it's going to be loud, but it's not going to peak. It's not going to kill your microphone. Limiter's the same. Compressor and limiter are basically the same. Compressor just has some other shit to it that I don't really remember what all that shit was. But yes, as I said, I watched so many different videos. This is the settings that mostly everybody recommends. So yeah, well that's gonna be for your Discord. And alright, now my Chrome here. If I ever want to play music again, you would want to add the same thing. Your gain, your your compressor, your limiter, and it's all gonna be the same damn thing. This way, again, you're not going to peak, you're not killing everybody's eardrums out, stuff like that. So, I don't feel like doing that right now. That, and we can delete this now, or I forget. Yep. Let's go over to just chat. Screen capture so you can see everything going on here. Duh. Durr. Durr, 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 durr. Alright, screen capture. Now you see I have all this other shit. everything's set over to 0 except for Tangia. But yeah. So I mean, like I said, hopefully you've already noticed my mic's so much better, and we're not picking up all the background noise that we were earlier. Uh, Now on here I have, if you see, I've got my list of shit that I was doing to threshold -10. I'm not sure why I have that set to 10 instead of 5. I think I was just trying to keep it lower so that it's not on here. It's in G. I have set as 0. I don't know. I have to go through all that and set that up later, but so yeah, basically you're just gonna go across here, set everything to 0, and then you're going to use your gain so that, you know, yeah. And then you want to put your limiters in and compressor in so that you're not blowing out eardrums. So yeah, that's really about it. Uh, I got nothing more to say at the moment. I hope that you noticed my microphone improvement as we played with all the settings. You can easily see that it is no longer bouncing around. It is only picking up my voice. Let's go here. Oh gosh, darn it. Let's go here and I'm going to bring up YouTube. And we're going to play something in the background. I don't know what. We're just gonna playlist. Are you actually seeing my playlist right now? Yes. Yes, you are. Shh. Stop. Make fun of me. Let's pick an apocalyptic song here. So right now, as you see, my microphone is not picking this up. Yep. You guys shouldn't be hearing anything. But you can see I have it playing. Now, if I turn it up, but I gotta turn it like way the fuck up for you guys from my microphone to start picking it up. Which, when I'm talking, you're probably hearing it in the background a little bit. So, yeah, there is. There we go. Alright, I'm out. Have fun. Bye bye. And